Morning, people. I'm jumping on a little bit early because I want to make sure everything's working okay. Okay. Oh, goodness. All right. I see some people are finding me. That's great. I wanted to get on a few minutes early to see if I could get everything working. When I went on When I went on earlier this morning to post some of my weekly stuff, it wouldn't let me do it. So I thought, oh gosh, here we go. So I'm so glad you guys found me. Yeah, I'm so messed up with the time change. So we'll wait a few more minutes. Welcome, Connie and Ronnie. So glad to see you here. Okay, that's great. Looks like everything's working. I'm sure everybody is messed up with the time change. This one doesn't seem to bother me as much as when we change back in the spring. How about you guys? Okay. And looks like we got 2 more minutes to wait. I know, I agree with you, Connie. I hate the time change. It just messes up everything so much. Oh, I'm so glad you had a good time yesterday. Hi, Kathy. Okay, let me check my time now. And we're ready to go. Oh, that's nice. So you get a big view of me, Lonnie. All right, everybody. I see people are finding me. That's great. I did jump on a little bit earlier because I wanted to make sure everything was working. Like I said earlier, when I went to post my stuff for the week, it wasn't cooperating. I could only post stuff for today. So that's why I was a little bit early. But I think it's a good thing. I hope you guys find me. Alright, so let me shut off my other phone for a minute and we get started. Okay, so we're going to make some Punch-Out turkey today. I have a couple of cards, but I'm also going to show you how you can make a cute little box. So I'm using a ton of different punches because I wanted if people had them. So most of you know my name is Corinne Sandin. I'm a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator. I've been doing this for a very long time. And Punch-Out is my favorite, for those of you that don't know. Punch-Out and black and white cards are pretty close to each other. Oh, and then of course we've got to add sunflowers. So what is your favorite type of cards to make? Do you have a certain type? Do you like flowers or fun folds or fancy folds, whatever you call them, or technique or that kind of stuff? Okay, so looks like everything's going good. All right, so we'll get started. So all I did was, let me get out my parts here. Oops, what's this card in here? So I'm using the craft paper for my little turkeys. I did die cut a couple of these rectangle circles from, I believe it's Color and Contour. I have some scrap stuff here. If you don't have craft paper, but you have a brown paper bag that's craft color, you could definitely use that as well. You may have to support it with a little bit of cardstock behind it. And then I just went to my scrap bin of Designer Series paper and just grabbed a few sheets that I have. As you can see, this was an old Celebration. This was one of the not in colors, regular colors, Mossy Meadow. And then this one's really old, from the strawberry, when we had the Strawberry Designer Series paper. So right from the get-go, I'm going to show you everything. Grab my old cutter, because I have that one nearby here. So I'm going to cut my card at 4 1/4. And then some of you would like to score this at 5 1/2, but I use a cheating technique. If you line your card up against, like this one doesn't have it so much, but, oh, it's on my scoreboard, I could use that. The newer cutters have like a ridge on two sides, or your scoreboard like this. If you make sure two sides are right up against something that's straight and even, fold your card up, come down the center and make a T. And it lines up just perfect without having to fuss with scoring and all that. So again, line it up. Make sure there's a ridge or something to stop it on two sides. And make a T. Quick and simple. That's my model. Okay, so now I'm going to get out a whole bunch of punches that I have. I'm hoping you have them, but if you don't, I will try to give you a substitute. So my little bodies is this body of the ladybug. The little neck, wobble, I think it's called, is this wave from the Rail Punch, if you have it. If you don't have it, I have used, I think it's in the Owl, and I think there's one in the Dog, a small heart, and kind of cut it in half and just curve it a little bit. You could use that. And then, or you could use even this one, too. And then I just punched this for my beak. But you could use a corner. You don't have to have that. So let me get started here. Make sure I'm grabbing my scrap. And then, of course, this one here is made with lots of daisies. So let me get my ladybug. This one here is made with the ladybug. I need to punch out 2. I'm only going to make 1 card because I want to show you a cute little box that I made. So if you wanted to use these for table settings, and I was going to say Easter, Thanksgiving, oh my goodness. So I cut out 2 bodies. Let's punch some daisies. I'll show you both, how I made both turkeys though. I'm just going to put one on one card and one on another card. This one I'm going to punch a couple because I think I used more than one if I remember right. Alright, and then we're going to come in with, where'd my ladybug go? Right here. I'm going to punch couple just in case I need them of each of these designer series paper that I have. And I know for a fact everybody has a designer series paper stash. If you're a stamper or a scrapbooker, you have a stash. Am I not correct? Whoop. My computer went to sleep. Like to make sure everything's going okay. All right, I think we have all of our parts. And then I wanted to tell you guys, oh no, don't you remember how when we met a couple weeks ago I said, oh, I can't believe I'm a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator and I don't have a Happy Thanksgiving stamp set. Well, Patsy, who's on here, had emailed me about a set they were in, but then I kept saying, I know that there's one in a paper pumpkin. So this comes from, do you remember the paper pumpkin that we had the little bags with? That's where that one comes from. So always check your paper pumpkins too, because you probably have one in that. Just grabbing any ink color for that. It really doesn't matter what color. I'm going to stamp. Make sure you're on some type of a mat because these are photopolymer. Oh, I stamped that one up too high. There we go. All right, so this is one of, I'm always encouraging you guys to make yourself a little template book and just rotate how you create that card. So this is one of my favorite go-to templates. So this is your normal 4 1/4 by 11. It was scored at 5 1/2. Now I'm going to cut it at 2 3/4. And then trim it down to 4 by 2 1/2. And you can emboss it with whatever you want, like I did on this one. I put my embossing machine away, so I can't do it right now. But I'm just going to tape this on anyways. just to show you what you can do. And if you don't have a background stamp that you like, I'm going to show you how to make a really easy background. So let me grab my ink, which of course is way over here. Hopefully I can reach it. Alright, so let's make a cute, simple background. Everybody has a pencil. I hear this all the time. People say, oh, I don't have any background stamps. Well, you have a pencil, right? Or you can crunch up saran wrap. That makes a beautiful background too. So you keep stamping till you're happy with what you have. There we go. Simple, simple, simple. So then I'm going to put a piece of paper inside here, which I'm going to use the craft. So I cut that 4 by 5 1/4. I believe I don't have my catalog right in front of me, but I see Ronnie's on here and she usually does. I believe the craft paper is on the page where the specialty cardstock is, you know, like the shimmer and white and the vellum and all that. You'll see craft. It comes in, I believe, 6 by 6. I can't tell you how much it is or what the... But if you look in that general area, you can find it. But if you can't, just text me, and after the live, I can post that information. So then I'm going to place this little die cut that I have. I'm flipping it over so I can make sure that I don't put any glue where I don't want it. So we need a little wobble, I guess it is. I'm saying the right thing. So you can see that little wave like is perfect. And then we need a nose. I'm just gonna punch right here. And I'm gonna punch another one. Yeah. So let's bring this one in first. So let's start with 3 of these from the ladybug. And I did cut them in half, so I could fold them and create some texture. So I just folded them in half. Fold them so that the colored side is inside to create a little bit of texture. So fold them in half. Oh, thank you so much, Ronnie, for doing that. I so appreciate it. All right, so we got 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So we need another red one. Okay. So here's my little ladybug body. And I did not grab black. Be right back. I'm going to grab a piece of black. So you can get all kinds of eyes. There's one here. There's the owl punch. Those of you that have the older owl punch. You can also draw it with a Sharpie if you prefer. Here's one. So hard to see on this. Let me put this down and punch again. Alright, there's two eyes. So another little tip I'll give you is on a piece of scrap paper. Just put your wet glue there. And if you have the pickup tool, look, Amy, I have it today. Oh, goodness. So here's my little eyes. I just had them. So I'm just touching the, oop, got too much. Then, or you could use a toothpick too. Some people do that. Then our little wobble. Stick that down like that. And then my little beak. Move my wobble over just a smidgen. Oh. So there's the base of the turkey. So now I'm going to find the red one. And this one you can just put a little bit of glue from your bottle. Start it up top. And then you can just keep adding them, see, like this. And then a yellow one. Kind of like fan fold them out a little bit. But keep the fold because that adds texture. Just need a drop. Remember, we're only making turkeys here, not a high-rise. Let me put one more red one. Then I just match it on the other side. I tried leaving them together, but I wasn't able to manipulate them the way that I personally liked it. But again, this is just an inspiration. You might be able to do that better than I did. And my last red one is right here. Oh, my buddy fell off here. Maybe I'm not putting enough ink. I mean enough glue. Then I always suggest if you're going to do this, that you add a piece of masking tape or Scotch tape or something to the back of it. I'm going to put a lot of pop-ups. Oh, here's my masking tape. Just as a double reinforcement. Masking tape is pretty cheap. So just really make sure that everything stays stuck. Bring in my card base again. And I'm going to add it directly on. Looks like I put that on a little crooked, but it's okay. I can live with it. You notice I did not glue down all the feathers. So this is a little crooked, so I'm just going to straighten it out with my scissors. I'm going to make my own fishtail. Again, cutting up the middle. Then you go from corner to corner. Let's put some dimensionals behind that. Patsy, I can't remember what the stamp set was that you told me that the Happy Thanksgiving was in. So if you could post that here so other people could see it, that would be awesome in the comments. Alright, so let's go make our daisy one. And then I'm going to show you a cute little box. Again, those of you that want to have Thanksgiving, you know, party favors or table favors or whatever you want to call them. Okay, so we need a couple more eyes again. There's my eyes. Here's my wobble. Now I've lost, and there's my beak. Alright, so that's that card using your ladybug. So let's see the daisy punch. So I know a lot of people have that. So I did cut them in half. Okay. So again, let's get a little bit of wet glue out. Just barely touch the trombone. Oops, looks like it's a little low. Let me see if I can fix that. So there's the eyes. There's the wobble. Looks like this beak's just a little bit too long. Let me trim it up a little bit. Here's my pickup tool. Tap it in my ink. In my glue. Alright. So let's put a little bit of ink on the base of the daisy. Out here. Of course, I'm not putting them in the exact same order that you can see in the sample, but that's okay. Then I put the other one over here. Then a red one up top. Okay, so now you got your base started. So now you can come in like this. Doesn't want to stick. You can also cut these if you wanted to, one more time, and stick them in like that. Now you might want to use glue dots and it probably would work. So see how I cut that one in half? Then I'm going to put the other one over here, so that there's petals in between those two. So you just want to get the petals, if you can, in between the other petals. And you can put as many layers as you personally like. Whoops, looks like I picked up something I didn't want there. So I can live with that. So again, just to make sure that everything stays together, I am going to put a piece of masking tape. If it happens to show on the other side, we're going to fold it over. Okay, so I wanted to show you how quick and easy it is to make a box. As you can see, my box here, I think would fit a couple of peppermint patties. I like these Redbird peppermints. I also like Andres, and I know Andres fits in this particular box. I'm just looking for my piece of cardstock here, right here. So I got to trim this down. You want this to be about 4 by 5. So a little bit smaller than a traditional mat. Then it might be easier for you guys to see this on my scoreboard. That's what I'm going to use. My mini scoreboard here. So I am a very simple gal. So 1 inch, flip it over, 1 inch again, flip it on the 5-inch side. And you want a 1 inch bottom here. Whatever you're making your sides, you want your bottom. So I know it's 2.5 is the center point, so I'm going in a 1/2 inch, right, 2 to 3, and then 3. So you end up with this little grid like. You're going to fold it on all the score marks. You're going to cut these center panels, wedge them just a little bit because then they fit better. But let me fold this in. But on these panels, you want to make sure that you're not seeing any of that where you scored it. So cut that nice and straight. Let's flip it over and do the other side. I would recommend that you use heavy tape for this. Your double-sided strong tape, whatever one that you particularly like. I'm just putting it on and tearing it. So you don't even need to glue these in. You're just going to turn that like that. Take the protective paper off. I hope I'm in the screenshot. I'm not watching. So I took the protective part off, push up that tab, lined up the bottom nice and even. Bring this over and attach, and then take your bone folder, go in there and burnish it very good. Then you repeat it, make sure the flap, that little flap that we made, is up. That just helps reinforce your box. So now we can pop up our cute little turkey that we just made. I hope you guys make some of these, and if you do, please share. And if you make these boxes and you find what fits in it good, like peppermints or, I know Andre's fit. Oops. So I'm going to put that kind of to the top so I can take my greeting, which I know I stamped. It's here someplace. Oh my. Oops, maybe it's this one. Yeah. This one I'm just going to leave it straight or cut it at an angle. That's always fun too. And glue that right at the bottom. Let me get all this messy stuff out of your way, and I'll show you all the samples one more time. Get this all out of the way, and see, these are my little candies. I want to show you the one that I made the background. All right, so there they are. And I can't wait to see what you create. Okay, everybody, take care now. Have a good day. Bye-bye.